Alex's stomach churned as they gripped the steering wheel, palms sweaty and heart racing. The sun was just climbing over the skyline of Neo City, painting the glass towers in gold. It was the perfect morning to drive, people said. But Alex had never even held a car key before. Today, that would change. The driving school's sign flickered slightly, humming softly. Neo Drive Academy. Learn more than driving. Alex wondered if that meant lessons in confidence, patience, or something else entirely. Taking a deep breath, Alex stepped out of the hovercab and approached the sleek black car waiting in the lot. Its design was sharp, futuristic, almost alive. The smooth curves of the body and the soft hum of the engine suggested this wasn't a normal car, and maybe this wasn't going to be a normal lesson. "Good morning." A calm, confident voice cut through Alex's nervous thoughts. A woman approached, mid-30s, with sharp eyes that seemed to see right through Alex. Her uniform was simple but professional, and her presence carried a weight that made Alex both nervous and curious. Hi," Alex replied, unsure if they were shaking or if the car's hum was just making them jittery. "I'm Mara," she said, smiling faintly. "You must be Alex. Ready for your first lesson?" Alex nodded, though their knees felt weak. "I think so. I hope so." Mara led Alex around the car, pointing out the controls. "This is your interface. Think of it as a conversation tool. You tell it what you want, but it listens to more than just your words." She tapped the dashboard lightly. Alex frowned, confused. "Ease into what?" "Everything," Mara replied cryptically, her eyes twinkling. "The car, yourself, the road." Alex forced a nervous laugh. "Okay, I guess we'll start with the car." Mara handed Alex the keys, or rather, the sleek device that acted as a key in Neo City's smart vehicles. "Step in, take your seat, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. Cars aren't scary, hesitation is." Alex took a deep breath and opened the door. The interior was minimalistic, yet surprisingly welcoming. The seat molded comfortably around Alex's body, almost like the car had been waiting for them. A soft light glowed along the dashboard, highlighting familiar controls and some that were completely new. Seatbelt on, mirrors adjusted, engine engaged. Mara's voice was calm, precise. "Now, ease into it." Alex pressed the pedal lightly, and the car responded, gliding forward as smoothly as water over a rock. The sensation was both exhilarating and terrifying. Their mind screamed, "Don't crash!" But the car moved as if it anticipated every twitch of their foot. "Whoa!" Alex exclaimed, gripping the wheel tighter. "Breathe," Mara said gently. I said, "Ease into it. Don't fight the car. Let it read you." Alex frowned. Read them? What did that mean? They were just driving a car, weren't they? Minutes passed, and Alex found themselves slowly getting used to the vehicle. The streets of Neo City were alive, drones flying overhead, holographic signs flickering, and hovercars moving smoothly in organized chaos. Every time Alex hesitated, the car compensated, adjusting speed and trajectory with uncanny precision. "You're doing fine," Mara said, her voice calm but firm. "Now, try a small turn. Ease into it." Alex turned the wheel cautiously. The car responded instantly, and for the first time, Alex felt a spark of confidence. "Maybe I can do this." Mara nodded, sensing the shift. "Good. You're not just learning to drive, Alex. You're learning to feel the car, to trust it and yourself. That's what ease into it really means." Alex blinked. "Wait, it's not just about driving?" Mara smiled faintly, not answering directly. Instead, she pointed to the skyline. "Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Cars, roads, city, it's all connected. If you can feel it, you can move through it." Alex tried to focus, though confusion mixed with excitement. They weren't sure if Mara was being metaphorical or if there was something deeper here. But one thing was certain: the lesson was nothing like they expected. The car moved smoothly through the streets, Alex gaining small victories with every turn, every acceleration, every stop. They didn't feel like they were controlling the car. It felt like the car was guiding them, helping them find their rhythm. And somewhere inside, Alex realized that maybe this was fun. "Now, let's test reflexes," Mara said. "There's a small course set up in the parking lot. I want you to drive through it." Alex swallowed. The course was a maze of cones, barriers, and holographic obstacles. It looked intimidating. "Remember," Mara said, leaning against the car, "ease into it. Don't force anything. Let it respond to you." Alex took a deep breath and entered the course. The car weaved between the obstacles gracefully. At first, Alex overcorrected, panicking when the cones seemed to move faster than expected. But slowly, they relaxed. The car's AI adjusted to their style, compensating for mistakes, guiding them with subtle shifts. "This is amazing," Alex whispered. Mara's eyes gleamed. "It's not the car. It's you. The car is just a partner. You've always had this ability. Most people just never trust themselves enough to notice." By the end of the course, Alex was grinning from ear to ear. They had never felt so alive, so connected to a machine before. It was a strange kind of exhilaration, an odd combination of control and surrender, trust and mastery. Mara walked up beside them, giving a rare, approving smile. "See? Ease into it. And suddenly, everything feels possible. You're not just learning to drive. You're learning what humans can do when we don't fight the tools around us." Alex laughed, shaking their head. I think I understand now. Kind of." Mara chuckled softly. "Good. Tomorrow, we'll go a little further. The city is bigger than it seems, and there's more to driving than just streets." Alex nodded, still catching their breath. Something told them that more was going to change everything they thought they knew about cars, driving, and perhaps even themselves. As Alex stepped out of the car, the hum of the engine faded behind them, leaving a lingering sense of awe. They glanced back at Mara, who gave a small, knowing nod. There was a secret in her words, in the lessons, in the city itself, but Alex wasn't ready to uncover it yet. All they knew was one thing, echoing in their mind: ease into it. Ease into everything. And for the first time in their life, Alex felt like maybe, just maybe, they could. The next morning, Alex woke with a mixture of excitement and nervousness. The memory of their first lesson with Mara still lingered, the strange thrill of the car moving, almost as if it were alive. The feeling that the city itself had shifted in response to their driving. Today, Mara had promised, would be different. Neo City buzzed in the early morning, drones zipping between skyscrapers and hovercars, gliding like silver fish along magnetic lanes. Alex arrived at the Neo Drive Academy a little early, eager to see the car again. As they approached, Mara was already standing beside it, her expression calm and unreadable. "Good morning, Alex," Mara said. "Ready for today's lesson?" Alex nodded, though a little hesitantly. "Yeah, I think so. What's different today?" Mara smiled faintly. "Different? You'll see. But remember the mantra. Ease into it. Today, that will mean more than before." Alex hesitated, still unsure what Mara meant. The first lesson had been mysterious. Yes, but manageable. Today, it felt like stepping into unknown territory. Mara guided Alex to the driver's seat. "The car will do some things automatically today. It will respond to you in ways it didn't before. Don't fight it. Don't panic. Just ease into it." The vehicle's interior glowed softly as Alex settled in. The dashboard light seemed brighter, the interface smoother. The car hummed in greeting, almost as if it recognized Alex personally. "Okay. Let's start with something simple. Mara said. Follow me through the city. Watch the traffic patterns, the lights, the flow. Try to sense how the city moves. Alex frowned. Sense the city? That sounded impossible. But as they followed Mara, they noticed something strange. The other cars seemed to anticipate Alex's movements. When they slowed, nearby vehicles slowed too, leaving space automatically. When Alex hesitated at a turn, a hovercar glided behind them, giving an almost protective barrier. This is weird, Alex muttered. It's like the cars know what I'm going to do. Mara nodded. Exactly. They do. Not because of magic, but because of you. The cars are connected to a network that senses human intent, but most people never notice it. Or they fight it. You... Alex blinked. Cooperate with cars? Yes, Mara said simply. Humans can do amazing things when they learn to trust themselves and the tools around them. You're starting to experience it. Alex tried to relax, and, slowly, a strange connection formed. Every turn felt smoother. Every stop seemed easier. The city no longer felt like a chaotic maze of moving machines and flashing signs. It felt alive, as if it were breathing in rhythm with Alex. You're doing well, Mara said. Now, let's increase the challenge. They exited the main streets and entered a district Alex had never been in. The buildings here were older, worn, and strangely quiet. Holographic signs flickered intermittently, and the roads twisted in unusual ways. Mara led Alex to a small square, where other vehicles were gathered, some sleek, like the one Alex drove, others older models, retrofitted with AI systems. This is where we test the next level, Mara explained. I want you to feel more than the car. I want you to feel the flow of the environment. Every road, every vehicle, every signal. Sense it, trust it, and move with it. Alex's stomach tightened. This sounded impossible. But Mara's calm eyes and steady voice gave them courage. Start slow, Mara said. Ease into it. Ease into it. The moment Alex pressed the accelerator, the world seemed to shift. Traffic lights adjusted instantly. Other vehicles moved aside without hesitation. Pedestrians on hoverwalks gave more space. Alex realized with awe that the city was responding to their intentions almost like a living organism. How is this possible? Alex whispered. Mara smiled faintly. Humans have always been capable of more than they know. Technology is just catching up. The cars are intelligent. Yes, but you, the human, are the real driver. Alex took a deep breath and tried to focus. The more they relaxed, the more the city seemed to flow naturally. Turns were effortless. Obstacles seemed smaller. Even the wind brushing against the car felt synchronized with their movements. Good, Mara said. Now try something harder. Follow me into the narrow streets. Alex's heart raced. The alleys were tight, with buildings that seemed almost to lean over the road. Drones hovered overhead, scanning the area, and the air hummed with electricity. Yet the car responded perfectly to Alex's commands, adjusting in ways they didn't even consciously direct. This is amazing, Alex said, eyes wide. It feels like the car is reading my mind. Mara nodded. You just have to trust yourself enough to let it guide you. Alex tried again, this time taking sharper turns, weaving through obstacles with growing confidence. They began to feel the rhythm, the beat of the city, the pulse of the cars, the flow of their own thoughts merging with the vehicle. You see, Mara said, humans can do incredible things when they stop doubting themselves. Ease into it. And suddenly, everything becomes possible. Alex laughed, a mix of disbelief and joy. I never thought driving could feel like this. Like I'm part of the city. Mara's eyes sparkled. Exactly. And this is just the beginning. They continued through the district, Alex's skills growing with every block. The city no longer seemed intimidating. It was a partner. The cars, the roads, the signals, even the pedestrians moved as if in harmony with Alex. Every action became smoother, more deliberate. Every hesitation melted away. After a while, Mara stopped in a quiet plaza. The square was empty, except for a holographic training course that shimmered in the morning light. "This is where you'll learn to trust the car even more," Mara explained. "The course will test your reflexes, your awareness, your ability to anticipate. You won't just be driving, you'll be moving with intention." Alex swallowed, a mix of fear and excitement bubbling inside. They had never driven like this before. The first lesson had been fun, yes, but this felt transformative. "Remember the mantra," Mara said, her voice soft but firm. "Ease into it. Don't fight it. Don't try to force it. Let the car respond, and respond to it in return." Alex nodded, gripping the wheel tightly but with growing confidence. The moment they entered the course, everything changed. The holographic obstacles appeared, moving unpredictably. The car adjusted instantly, responding to Alex's intentions with precision. Alex began to anticipate the movements before they happened, weaving through the course with a fluidity that surprised even them. "This is incredible," Alex breathed. "I've never felt anything like this." Mara watched silently, a faint smile playing on her lips. "Most people never reach this level. But you're starting to understand. Humans can exceed machines when we trust ourselves and the tools we use." Alex grinned, exhilaration surging through their body. They had never felt so connected to a machine, to a city, to themselves. The lesson wasn't just about driving anymore. It was about realizing that humans had untapped potential waiting to be discovered. By the time they exited the course, Alex was breathless but radiant. They had learned something more than driving skills. They had glimpsed the possibility of a future where humans and technology could move together seamlessly. A partnership rather than a struggle. Mara nodded approvingly. "You've done well today. But tomorrow, we go even further. The city is just the beginning. There's more to learn, and more to feel." Why, thanks for watching. Alex felt a thrill of anticipation. Whatever Mara had planned next, they were ready. They were beginning to understand the true meaning of her words, the secret behind "ease into it." It wasn't just about driving a car. It was about trusting yourself, moving with the world, and discovering the potential that humans could unlock when they believed in their own abilities. As Alex left the NeoDrive Academy, the city felt alive in a new way. Every light, every hovercar, every drone seemed to pulse with energy, responding to their presence. And somewhere deep inside, Alex realized that this was just the start of something extraordinary. The road ahead was unknown. But for the first time, Alex didn't feel afraid. They had learned to ease into it. And that simple phrase was about to change everything. The sun was low in the sky when Alex arrived at NeoDrive Academy. The city was bathed in a soft orange glow, reflecting off the chrome and glass of the towering skyscrapers. Today was different. Today, Mara had promised, Alex would face the real test, a challenge designed not just to measure driving skill, but to see how far a human could truly integrate with the AI vehicles. Alex felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. The past lessons had been incredible. The feeling of the car moving, almost like an extension of themselves. The city responding to their intentions. The strange harmony between human and machine. But this was unknown territory. Mara was waiting, standing beside a sleek new vehicle that seemed more advanced than any Alex had driven before. Its body was silver, almost liquid in appearance, and soft lights glowed along its contours. "This is the prototype," Mara said. "It's faster, smarter, and more responsive than any car you've used. But it's also less forgiving. Mistakes here can't be corrected by the system. You need to anticipate, adapt, and trust yourself completely. Alex's heart skipped a beat. Faster and less forgiving? That sounded terrifying. Mara smiled faintly. Remember the mantra. Ease into it. Don't fight the vehicle. Let it respond to you. And respond to it in return. Alex nodded, gripping the wheel tightly. The interior felt alive, the seats molding perfectly around their body. The dashboard displayed the course ahead, a complex maze of roads, ramps, and floating holographic obstacles. Some sections were three-dimensional, requiring precision not just on the ground, but in the air. Are you ready? Mara asked. Alex took a deep breath. As ready as I'll ever be. Mara nodded. Then begin. The vehicle accelerated smoothly, gliding forward like it had wings. The first part of the course was deceptively simple, straight lanes. Mild turns, but the car demanded focus. Alex had to anticipate the obstacles, adjusting the steering and speed in real time. Every movement was amplified, every hesitation noticeable. At first, Alex struggled. The speed, the unfamiliar responsiveness, the feeling that the car was almost alive, it was overwhelming. A holographic barrier loomed ahead, moving unpredictably. Alex instinctively braked, but the car nudged forward gently, correcting their hesitation. Trust it, Mara's voice echoed through the headset. Ease into it. Alex relaxed slightly, letting the car guide them. Slowly, the fear melted away, replaced by a strange exhilaration. The vehicle responded perfectly, weaving through the obstacle with fluid grace. For the first time, Alex felt completely in sync with a machine. The course intensified. Ramps rose into the sky, twisting roads bent at impossible angles, and holographic obstacles darted unpredictably. Alex had to think ahead, feel the flow of the vehicle, and anticipate every movement. The car's AI responded instantly to their intentions, but only if Alex trusted themselves. This is incredible, Alex whispered. It's like I'm part of the car. You are, Mara said calmly, and part of the city. Part of the flow. That's what humans can achieve. When we stop doubting ourselves, we can move faster, more precisely, more creatively than any machine alone. Alex's confidence grew. They began to predict the obstacles, feeling the vehicle's responses before they happened. The experience was intoxicating. The blend of control and trust, anticipation and reaction. Every twist, every jump, every sharp turn became an opportunity to move with the city, not against it. Halfway through the course, a particularly difficult section appeared. Two ramps converged at a narrow point, requiring split-second timing to navigate without colliding. Alex's heart raced. They hesitated for a fraction of a second, and the car nudged them forward, reminding them to trust themselves. Ease into it, Mara's voice repeated, almost like a mantra. Alex exhaled and let instinct take over. They guided the vehicle smoothly, merging perfectly between the ramps. The AI adjusted subtly, amplifying their movement without overriding it. Alex felt a surge of triumph the first time they had truly driven as one with the car. As they emerged from the tricky section, Mara's voice was calm but firm. Good. Now, for the final part. The last section of the course was the most challenging. It combined all previous obstacles, adding unpredictable shifts, moving holographic walls, and sudden changes in elevation. Alex could feel adrenaline surging through their veins. This was the real test, not just skill, but focus, courage, and trust. The vehicle surged forward. Alex's hands gripped the wheel, but they no longer felt tense. They had learned to let the car guide them, to anticipate, to flow. Every movement was precise, every turn calculated instinctively. The city, the course, the AI, They all seemed to respond to Alex's intent. A holographic wall shot up in front of them. Alex instinctively swerved, and the car tilted slightly, taking the turn perfectly. Another obstacle appeared, a moving ramp that required a jump. Alex hesitated for only a moment, then pressed the accelerator fully. The car leapt into the air, gliding perfectly over the obstacle. Alex's heart pounded with excitement and exhilaration. They navigated the final twists and turns with a rhythm that felt natural, effortless, almost like dancing. The AI responded instantly, enhancing their movements, amplifying their skill but never replacing it. Alex realized the truth of Mara's lessons. The car didn't drive them. They drove the car, together. When Alex crossed the finish line, they were breathless, their body buzzing with energy. The course had been conquered, but the experience had given them more than skill. It had given them confidence, trust, and a glimpse of human potential. Mara approached, smiling faintly. "You did very well, Alex. Most people would have faltered. But you embraced the flow. You didn't fight. You trusted yourself and the vehicle. That's what I wanted to see." Alex grinned, still catching their breath. It was amazing. I didn't just drive, I felt like I was part of it all. The car, the course, the city. "That's exactly it," Mara said. "Humans have an untapped ability to integrate with technology, to extend ourselves beyond what we think possible. You've just experienced the beginning." "Tom." Alex laughed, exhilaration still surging. "I can't believe I'm saying this. But I want more. I want to see how far I can go." Mara's eyes sparkled. "Good. That's exactly the spirit that drives innovation. Tomorrow, we move beyond the city. You'll see just how limitless this potential can be." As Alex stepped out of the vehicle, the city lights reflected in their eyes. The test had been completed, but something had changed within them. They no longer saw the city as chaotic or overwhelming. They saw possibilities, connections, and potential waiting to be unlocked. Alex glanced back at Mara, who gave a small nod. There was more to learn, more to explore, more ways to push human ability, and Alex was ready for all of it. For the first time, Alex truly understood Mara's words. Ease into it. Not just the car, not just the city. Ease into life itself. Trust, adapt, flow, and there were no limits to what humans could achieve. And with that thought, Alex felt a thrill of anticipation. The road ahead wasn't just a course. It was the beginning of a journey into human potential. A journey where humans and machines could move as one. Alex couldn't wait to see what came next. The morning sun spilled over Neo City, painting its towers in brilliant gold and orange. Alex could feel a strange excitement in the air. Today wasn't just another lesson, it was the final stage of Mara's training. After weeks of mastering the city streets, understanding the AI vehicles, and testing their reflexes and instincts, Alex was about to experience something completely new. Mara waited in the academy's courtyard, beside a sleek, futuristic vehicle unlike any Alex had ever seen. Its surface shimmered, reflecting the morning light in a soft, almost liquid glow. The car seemed alive, more responsive than any Alex had previously driven. "This is the final step," Mara said calmly. "You've learned to trust yourself and the car in the city. Now, it's time to see what happens when the environment itself becomes part of the challenge." Alex's stomach tightened. "The environment?" Mara nodded. "Yes. The city is familiar, predictable even. But what if the streets were completely new? What if every obstacle, every path, every challenge had to be felt rather than seen? That's where true skill begins." Alex swallowed. This sounded like something beyond anything they had imagined. But after the lessons so far, they felt ready. Somehow, deep inside, They trusted Mara's words. "Step in," Mara said, gesturing to the car. The moment Alex entered the vehicle, the interior hummed softly, almost like a heartbeat. The dashboard displayed a vast, open space, an advanced simulation field created by the Academy. Holographic streets, ramps, tunnels, and obstacles shimmered into view, forming an entire city that was unfamiliar but entirely real in its physics and response. "This is the Neo City simulation," Mara explained. "Everything here responds to you. Every building, every vehicle, every road. But unlike before, there is no preset pattern. You will have to adapt in real time, anticipate, and trust yourself completely. Remember, ease into it." Alex nodded, gripping the wheel tightly. The hum of the vehicle felt reassuring. They took a deep breath and pressed the accelerator. The car glided forward, faster and smoother than any vehicle Alex had driven before. Holographic vehicles moved alongside them, mimicking real traffic, but with unpredictable patterns. Obstacles appeared and vanished in seconds. Buildings shifted, tunnels twisted, and ramps rose unexpectedly. At first, Alex struggled to adapt. The simulation was unlike the city itself. The environment was constantly changing, almost alive. Every instinct they had developed in previous lessons was tested. But slowly, Alex began to feel the rhythm. The vehicle responded to their intentions seamlessly. Each movement, each decision, flowed naturally. "This is incredible," Alex murmured. "It feels like I can sense everything before it happens." "That's because you can," Mara said. "Not through magic, but through understanding. You've learned to integrate with the AI. Now, you're learning to integrate with the world itself." Alex's confidence grew. They weaved between shifting buildings, timed jumps over holographic ramps perfectly, and maneuvered around vehicles that changed direction without warning. The simulation reacted instantly to their decisions, but never controlled them. The feeling was unlike anything Alex had experienced, a combination of freedom, precision, and connection. Halfway through, a particularly difficult challenge appeared. A series of ramps rose into the sky, forming a narrow bridge suspended over a simulated canyon. Below, holographic traffic moved unpredictably, and walls shifted along the sides. Alex's pulse quickened. One wrong move could mean failure, but the vehicle responded to every subtle intention of their hands and feet. "Ease into it," Mara reminded. "Trust yourself." Alex exhaled and let instinct take over. The vehicle glided smoothly along the narrow bridge. They leaned into every turn, anticipated every movement, and felt the car respond perfectly. The simulation adjusted in real time, testing Alex's focus, reflexes, and ability to move as one with the vehicle. A wave of exhilaration surged through Alex. For the first time, they weren't just driving, they were becoming one with the environment. Every sense was heightened. The vehicle was no longer a machine, it was an extension of themselves. The city, the obstacles, the flow of the simulation, it all responded to their awareness and intent. "You see?" Mara said, her voice calm but filled with approval. "Humans are capable of incredible things. Machines amplify us, yes, but the real power comes from within. You're learning to trust your instincts, your skills, and your intuition. That's the future." Alex grinned, heart pounding with excitement. The final section of the simulation appeared a complex network of tunnels, ramps, moving vehicles, and sudden obstacles. Alex's body tingled with anticipation. This was the ultimate test, the moment where every lesson, every skill, every instinct would be put to the test. The vehicle surged forward. Alex guided it with precision and confidence. Every jump, every turn, every movement flowed effortlessly. The holographic environment shifted unpredictably, but Alex adapted instantly, anticipating obstacles before they appeared. For the first time, Alex realized the full meaning of Mara's words. Ease into it. It wasn't just about driving, or even integrating with AI. It was about trusting oneself, flowing with the world, and embracing the limitless potential humans could achieve when fear and hesitation were removed. Alex laughed aloud, the joy of mastery coursing through them. They navigated the final stretch, weaving perfectly through the moving obstacles. The simulation responded seamlessly, amplifying Alex's movements without ever taking control. It was a perfect partnership, human intuition and machine precision, working together in harmony. When Alex crossed the finish line, the simulation dissolved into soft light. The city around them returned to normal, but Alex felt different, transformed. They had learned more than driving. They had discovered the potential of humans working in harmony with technology, trusting themselves, and embracing challenges without fear. Mara approached, smiling faintly. You've done it, Alex. You've mastered more than driving. You've mastered flow, trust, and awareness. That's what humans can achieve. That's what makes us special. Alex laughed, still breathing hard. I can't believe it. I feel like I can do anything. That's the point, Mara said. Humans are adaptable, creative, and capable of exceeding expectations. Machines can help us, yes, but the real strength has always been ours. Today, you've proven it to yourself. Alex looked out at the real city beyond the academy, now bathed in soft afternoon light. The streets no longer seemed intimidating, they felt alive, full of possibilities. Every car, every signal, every person moving through the city was part of a flow they now understood. They could move with it, not against it. Thank you, Mara, Alex said sincerely. For teaching me everything. Mara's eyes twinkled. The lesson was never about me. It was about discovering what's already inside you. Ease into it, trust yourself, and you'll always find the way. And do better. Alex smiled, feeling a surge of confidence and pride. For the first time, the future didn't seem uncertain. It seemed full of potential, full of opportunities, full of adventures waiting to be embraced. They climbed back into their vehicle. The soft hum of the engine, familiar and comforting. As they drove out of the academy and into the city, Alex felt a deep connection to the car, to the city, and to their own abilities. The streets were no longer just roads to travel, they were pathways to explore, learn, and grow. Mara watched from the academy, smiling faintly. Another student had discovered the truth that humans, when they trusted themselves and worked with technology, could accomplish incredible feats. Another example of the limitless potential of the human spirit. And Alex, driving confidently into the glowing city, knew it was only the beginning. The roads stretched ahead, full of challenges and opportunities. And for the first time, Alex didn't just see the streets, they felt the possibilities. Every turn, every signal, every path was part of a larger journey, and Alex was ready to embrace it fully. Ease into it. Trust yourself. Flow with the world. And so, the city became a playground, the car became a partner, and Alex became a symbol of human potential, proof that when humans and machines worked together, there were no limits to what could be achieved. The journey had just begun.